Hello and welcome to InfraCircle. I am Deepak Sahu. Today we have with us Mr. Ravi Uppal. He is MD and CEO of Jindal Steel and Power Limited. Mr. Uppal, thanks a lot for joining with us.
A pleasure to talk to you.
So to start with, yesterday you released your quarter 3 numbers. You narrowed your profits. In fact, the net loss came down to 455 crores. How do you see over the overall performance altogether?
Well, I think the third quarter is very significant because I think this is basically a start of the turning around of the company. You know, ever since 2015, when we lost our coal mines and we had to pay extra cess, the company came under tremendous amount of financial stress.
Right.
So we really had to start virtually from scratch and build up the company all over again. So I think the external environment has been very challenging, very volatile, but in spite of all that, we may continue to maintain our sense of direction on business, where we have shown our tenacity and resilience, and third quarter is basically testifies what we have been able to do. So I think from this moment onwards, I think company will continue to do better and better, and we're firmly in control of the business right now. So, and the new business model is working quite well.
Absolutely. How do you see the performance going forward, especially in quarter 4 and the coming new fiscal?
I can tell you surely for fourth quarter because everything is in line of sight. I think we should do at least as well as we did in the third quarter. And beyond that, I think we have good reason to say that we should do better. You know, because the total volume of steel that we will produce next year is going to be 50% more than we have done this year, because our new blast furnace, you know, where we've been working for the last 3 years, is getting commissioned end of March or latest by middle of April, and that is going to give a big boost to total amount of steel that we produce. And this year, for example, we will be selling about, in India alone, 4.2 million tons of steel, and next year we will be selling 6 million ton plus.
Okay.
So it's almost going to be 50% more, and I hope that this additional volume will bring us more contribution to the bottom line.
So, well, really great in fact. But the matter of concern is the debt levels, around 45 to 46,000 crores, probably what we heard. What's the current, in fact, strategy out there from GSPL point of view? And will GSPL divest further assets, whether in steel or mining, we heard earlier, going forward?
Well, you're quite right. You know, the present level of debt is something that we don't like. I can tell you that for us at JSPL, one key issue that we wish to address in future is reduction of the debt. Our debt has 3 components. You know, it is for the steel business, it is for the power business, and it is for the global ventures.
Right.
So out of 45,000 crores of debt approximately, we have about close to 23,000 crores which is for steel. We have about 8,500 crores for the power. And the balance 13,500 crores is for the power, for the global ventures. So as the earnings shore up, we're going to use every penny that we earn to reduce the debt. Parallelly, we are also taking steps to reduce, sell some assets very selectively. You know that we have always maintained that there are some assets we identified which we can sell, but we will never do distress sale. Because our assets are world class, we have built them very painstakingly, and we think they deserve a certain value for us. And so therefore I think once our performance starts to improve and the earnings go up, the market will have very different perception, and people will not get offered to us a distressed price. Because GSPL will never, and I said never sell, do any kind of distress sale.
But we had been hearing, sir, like for Indian steel business, and in fact, Oman steel unit, you had been talks with some global players to part some stake out of that. Are those talks still on, or like as you said earlier, like GSPL will not be engaged into any distress kind of sale?
Yeah.
So as those talks are already on for the Oman
unit, the talks are always on. We keep talking to different investors. We keep talking to people from the steel industry itself, who are interested to become our partner. But I don't think that we have got a kind of value offering that the plant deserves. So we remain open.
Fabulous. So a quick outlook on steel prices and especially raw material. We have seen coking coal hovering around 250, 230 around, but it's softening a bit. How do you see the overall outlook on steel?
Well, you know that you're quite right in saying that the steel market has witnessed a lot of volatility.
Absolutely.
In terms of finished products. Finished products are showing volatility because the raw materials are showing volatility. So I don't know which is driving which. Raw material driving the steel prices driving the raw materials. But be as it may, I think that I do see that the year 17-18 there will be a little more stability in the price of the raw material, which is not valid at this moment. But I hope that things will stabilize. As far as the demand for steel is globally concerned, last year the growth rate was very low. This year we expect that globally the demand will go up by 1 to 1.5%. And especially developed countries, which were lying low on steel consumption, their demand is going to go up. China may go down. India and the rest of Asia, excluding China, will grow. 4% demand. So I think the theater of activity is going to be India. So we expect that piggyback riding on a large investment that the government is proposing in the infrastructure, housing sectors, the Indian demand should grow at least by 5%, if not more.
So government is also working on a policy for giving preferential treatment to Indian-made steel. How do you analyze?
I think it's a very good step. You know that if you look at the history, China was built with using Chinese steel. And so was the case with the Japan and United States. So every major country in the world, or every major economic power in the world, has used their own locally made steel. Why should India not do the same thing? So I don't think that we need to be very bashful about it. I think we have to take this as one of the major steps to encourage the growth of the Indian steel industry.
Well, now coming to power fronts, how much power from your Tamnar power plant is currently tied up under PPA, and like any further plans to divest some stake in your power business?
But our total installed capacity for power is about 3,400 megawatt as a IPP, and all of that as of date we have PPAs which are about for 1,200 megawatt. So rest of the capacity for us is sitting idle. It is very sad because we spent huge amount of money building up these assets. And our Tamnar plant is considered to be among the best plants in the country. So I think we should make use of it, because any asset we have built is an asset of India.
Absolutely.
Regardless of ownership. And I think we should really see to it that any asset built on Indian soil are fully utilized. So I'm really hoping with the ODA getting implemented and the financial condition of DISCOMs and the electricity boards improving, they should be able to sign up more, at least medium term, PPAs with the various producers.
Well, thanks viewers, thanks a lot for joining with us, and stay tuned with InfraCircle for more.